very fortunate to have Paxton Moving from Wilmington, North Carolina here that has volunteered to ship these items overseas to make sure they get from our community in Northern Virginia literally into the hands of people who need them the most. We're asking that the media, all of our elected officials, members of the community work together with us to spread the word about this important campaign, as well as other initiatives underway in your network and organizations to help the people of the Ukraine. We also know that it is our job to make sure that all of these donations go to legitimate organizations and directly to the people in need. And that's why we're standing here today announcing this campaign. Financial and humanitarian assistance is critical at this point. We know that there is so much beyond our control, and that's troubling for all of us as we watch the news on a daily basis of the atrocities that are happening in the Ukraine. But we also know there are some things within our control. And what we can do as a community is generously donate services, help, money, coats, blankets, gloves, and socks to people who are in need. I want to thank everyone in advance for their generosity and support as we embark on this campaign. If you're interested in finding out more about this, you can go to information at helpukrainenova.org, which is a website that has information. But again, there will be 34 drop-off locations, and we will be accepting donations for this critical effort all the way up until April 15th for the next 3 weeks. With that being said, I am proud and happy to introduce our next speaker, which is Arlington Supervisor Libby Garvey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and I'm delighted to be here with all of my colleagues from around the region. We're here for a very specific purpose, to collect real physical things that are going to actually help real people, and that is satisfying, and it's great to be here. But I think what we're doing symbolically is even more important. We are all coming together as a region because we are all horrified at what is going on in Ukraine right now. We're horrified at what Putin is doing. It should be impossible in this century, and we all feel like we have to do something. So thank you very much for including Arlington in this effort that we're all coming together. If you are in Arlington, you can drop your goods off at the Central Library. And also, we are not just getting goods. It is symbolic, I think, of the whole world. Any person with decency is going to fight this effort in any way we can. This is symbolic of that global effort, and it's very important both in that symbolic level and also in actually the physical goods that we are going to collect and deliver. So thank you everybody who's part of this and for allowing us to be part of it. Thank you. And now I'm pleased to bring up David Tarter, who is the mayor of Falls Church. David.
All right, thank you, Libby. My contribution. As Libby said, I'm David Tarter. I'm the mayor of the City of Falls Church and immediate past chair of the Northern Virginia Regional Commission. I'm proud to be with you today and be part of this effort, and to tell you that the people of Falls Church stand shoulder to shoulder with the people of Ukraine. You know, when I was younger, I thought progress was inevitable, that things would naturally get better on their own accord. But as I've gotten older, I've come to realize that progress is not assured, that good doesn't always triumph over evil, and that democracy both here and around the world is fragile and must be fought for. The people of Ukraine are now on the front lines of that battle, and its outcome hangs in the balance. Many thought aggression in Europe was a thing of the past and that the Iron Curtain had lifted forever. But we can see that that's not the case. Russia has sought to kick down the door of Ukraine's fledgling democracy. We must not allow the world to descend back into a dark new era of strongmen and authoritarianism. For an attack on democracy anywhere is an attack on democracy everywhere. This is everyone's war, and the people of Ukraine deserve all the support we can give them. The Northern Virginia Regional Commission has a long history of serving those in need around the world, including sending tons of coats and blankets to Syrian refugees in Turkey and Lebanon, and most recently helping resettle refugees from Afghanistan. Many of these same folks are again answering the call to help. Now is Ukraine's hour of need. The world is watching. Let us heed her call. Thank you. Our next speaker is David Meyer, the mayor of Fairfax City. David?
Thank you, Mayor Tarter. I'm David Meyer, mayor of the city of Fairfax. Chairman McKay, thank you for hosting this program today. And I want to thank my colleagues for being here. We have witnessed in the recent weeks Vladimir Putin and his sycophant fellow travelers. What we have witnessed is autocracy, an authoritarian practice that has plagued humanity for eons. These despots are like the pharaohs of ancient history. The only difference is that they carry cell phones and their weapons are far more lethal. But today we are here to affirm democracy as the best form of government. It's an idea that weapons and armies cannot destroy. The idea of democracy is one that we practice right here in our local governments. Persons join together in community and choose their leaders through free, fair, and safe elections. The consent of the governed, the rule under law, has been practiced for less than 250 years. And while we are far from perfect, once established, the idea of democracy is very hard to extinguish. So why do we care? Two reasons. One, democracies do not go to war with other democracies. They never have, and I don't believe they ever will. Two, elected officials here today, when sworn in, took an oath of allegiance to the U.S. Constitution and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia to protect our democracy from every foe, foreign and domestic. Sadly, there are illiberal forces around the world, and even in this country, that threaten democracy. This is a circumstance that requires eternal vigilance by all of us. Not only did we take an oath to our country, but the hundreds of thousands of our constituents who took that same oath as well, many while on active duty in our armed services or in the career federal service. Citizens of our region are particularly imbued with this ethic of public service. They have a deeply held love of country, a keen sense of justice, and tremendous compassion. These threads of civic commitment are tightly woven into the fabric of our civic life. These threads are indeed the ties that bind. Because we have the privilege to represent and serve people who have this strong commitment to democracy, I'm absolutely certain that the people of Northern Virginia will generously support this clothing drive for the Ukrainian people. Thank you. I'd like to introduce Michelle Davis Younger, the mayor of the city of Manassas.
Good morning. Thank you to MVRC and all of my colleagues who are joining us here today. In this effort, these efforts are amazing. What we're doing locally to help our Ukrainian brothers and sisters at this time is so critically needed. The city of Manassas is proud and happy to support our Ukrainian brothers and sisters in their time of need who did not ask for any of this. Thoughts and prayers are great and needed, but when we can put actions behind those thoughts and prayers, that's where we show up the best, especially here in Northern Virginia. Every single time there is a need, we rise to the occasion and go beyond. I'm so happy to be a part of this effort and thank all of you once again for being here. Make sure that you find a local drop-off point. We have several in the city of Manassas and all throughout the various counties that my elected officials are representing today. We can show up and we can do much with many of us joining together. Thank you again for the opportunity, and we're so glad to be with you today. I would now like to introduce Ms. Linda Colbert, the Town of Vienna Mayor.
Thank you. You know, as we sit at home and we watch the news and we read. It's just so inspiring what the Ukrainians are doing, how brave they are. But, you know, we want to help, and we're praying, we're putting signs in our yard, we're putting things on Facebook, but we want to do more. And I'm getting so many calls from Vienna residents. What can we do? What can we do? So I am so proud to be a member of NVRC, and thank you to NVRC and the Church of Latter-day Saints for this effort. And I can now proudly announce that the town of Vienna will be collecting at the Vienna Community Center. And that is our way. We're very proud and we're very honored to be part of this effort. So thank you very much. And the next speaker is Amy Jackson, Alexandria Vice Mayor.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Vice Mayor Amy Jackson, representing the City of Alexandria today in this great collaborative effort of regional partnership. I thank my colleagues of the Northern Virginia Regional Commission, Fairfax County, and neighboring jurisdictions for bringing us together in this massive collaborative effort and demonstration of love and support for those in need while dealing with the horrific circumstances taking place in Ukraine. I know that the City of Alexandria has shown its support for their health, safety, and well-being for Ukraine during this now international conflict, while praying for peace and quick resolution for Ukrainians and the refugees fleeing in the millions to escape their now war-torn countries. Our City Hall and George Washington Memorial Masonic Temple have been immersed in the colors of blue and yellow in support of Ukraine, and we as a community continue to collect monetary donations and needed items to spend to those sheltering in Poland and neighboring countries. One local Alexandrian went to great measures to speak from Poland just yesterday and give us a glimpse of what refugees are in need of, other than our prayers and positive thoughts for their safety. Our Alexandrians may donate gently worn coats. Don't forget the children. Children need the coats too. Gently worn coats, blankets, gloves, and socks, as mentioned. We have 2 locations of the 34 for the region. One will be set up at Beatley Library today in the West End, and then also at City Hall in Old Town. Those are our 2 locations, and they'll be there until April 15th. And we do thank also the Army, as she said, of the Church of Latter-day Saints, who will be going around to those 34 locations to collect the donations to get them sent where they need to be. So no matter the scale, global to local, humanity is a community unto itself, and we must always come to the assist of those in need. I appreciate being here today to demonstrate Alexandria's support, and I'm proud to stand with our region and our nation as we collectively stand with Ukraine. Thank you very much. I have the honor of introducing Sheila Olam, the Mayor of Herndon. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So happy to be here for this occasion. And I want to thank Chairman McKay for organizing this, as well as Bob Lazara with NVRC. NVRC gives all of the Northern Virginia leadership an opportunity to partner together on many events that make our communities better to live in. And when we're having an international crisis and we see Ukraine's democracy being threatened, people all over our community and Northern Virginia are concerned. And I'm so glad that all the mayors and chairs that sit on this committee are willing to come together for opportunities for people in our community to donate items that are desperately in need. We have partnered at the town of Herndon with Northwest Federal Credit Union, which is on Spring Street. They're a big partner in our community, and they're a big partner in helping folks like this in a time of need. And we are so excited that Paxton is working with them. And the next speaker, Miss Catherine Faust and the Church of Latter-day Saints, will be doing the heavy lifting at the end of the event.
Good morning. I am Catherine Faust from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We are so happy for this opportunity to partner with the NVRC and especially Paxton Shipping, who will get all of these goods across the sea. We are also grateful to be the gathering site for all the donations, where we will pallet them or box them and put them into pallets, and then they will go from there. As the Church of Jesus Christ, we want to do the work that he would do if he were here on earth. And we see this as that work. We see this as clothing the people that don't have clothing, finding the people that have need, as they would help us if we found ourselves in a time of need. God sees us alike, all unto another, and we are grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you again to all of our speakers. And just to wrap up, we're very proud in Northern Virginia of our diversity. Each one of our jurisdictions is proud to welcome people from all over the world to come to Northern Virginia and be successful. And that's one of the reasons why our community is so passionate about helping people all over the world, is because we are an international community. And so I know that our community will respond to this call for donations, as they always do. I know their humanity will come out and they will reach into their pockets and support this effort, make the donations that are necessary so that we can do something meaningful to help people who are suffering in the Ukraine and refugees all over the world from the Ukraine. And so with that, we're going to wrap up.